Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Riz channel. I hope you're having an awesome day. So, today I'm going to go over some articles here. I think we got a lot of interesting stuff happening currently. So, we have major banks that are eyeing crypto. The Solana ETF is gaining traction. FTX creditors finally are starting to see payouts. And a shocking twist in the Sam Bankman Fried saga. The crypto world is on fire. So, what's really happening? Let's discuss today and find out. And later, we're going to go ahead and go over the crypto markets. So, we're buzzing with a lot of fresh news. We got banks in Canada and Brazil, as we can see on the article I have up. They are exploring the integration of digital assets, and they're looking at two choices: XRP and the fast rising one cell. This could be a big signal for the next big wave in the crypto adoption. As we can see, we're going to take a look at this article here. If you guys want to check this out, it is on cryptonews.com. But basically, the XRP backed RL USD is streamlining cross border payments. One Fuel's a one click transaction feature is starting to draw major attention to the bank. With its pre sale, this is not even actually launched yet. It is in pre-sale. So that is a drawback if you guys are not familiar with this. But it's in a pre-sale and it's entering stage 4 right now at 0.018, and over 200 million tokens have already been snapped up. The analysts are predicting a staggering 1,000% gain. I don't know. Will investors jump on this opportunity? Are the banks going to go with the XRP backed RLUSD, or are they going to use One Fuel? Either way, crypto adoption is starting to take off over everywhere. It's starting to take over all across the world. The banks are wanting to get in and they don't want to miss out on digital assets. Now, let's hop on over to some ETF news here. We got Franklin Templeton, They filed for a trust in Delaware, which is signaling, obviously, they want to launch a Solana based ETF. Now, if that's approved, it's going to join. There's quite a few of them out there now, but the ones I can think of are Grayscale, VanEck, Bitwise. They're all in a race for the Solana ETF. The question is, will the SEC give it the green light? Personally, I believe it will get approved. Now, which one gets the approval first? That's anyone's guess. But I would give the odds to Grayscale. Just my personal opinion. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think? Will the Solana ETF get approved? We can take a look here and we can see this is basically just their filing for the Solana ETF in Delaware. Now, let's move on to some FTX news. There are some big updates about the FTX collapse. The payout plan is now in effect, and creditors with claims of $50,000 or less are expected to receive up to 119% of their claim, and that includes the accrued interest, totaling roughly $1.2 billion. There's a little bit on the article here. I'll go over this a little bit for you as well. But now those people that have claims that are over 50,000, they're going to have to wait a little bit longer for their share of the remaining $10.5 billion pool. There's still a long road ahead, but at least it's good to see these people are starting to get their money back. And all this is going to be paid back in stable coins. So I would venture out to say that if it was me, I would most likely end up investing that back into crypto. And since it's being paid out in stable coins, we're not really going to have to worry about, oh no, they're all going to sell their Bitcoin and then drive the Bitcoin price down. So they are being paid out in stable coins and not crypto. So basically, for you, any of you that are involved in this, there's a little bit of information. What you need to do, you need to log into the FTX Debtors Consumer Portable and file your claim. You're going to have to do KYC and submit your tax forms and all these different things. Most of you may be aware of this. If not, you can take a look at this and just go to the website right here. This is on cryptobriefing.com if you need this article to find this link. However, you can go there and get set up. But I'm sure most of you that are going to be receiving funds have already gone through this process. Now, let's move on. Speaking of FTX, there are some reports out here that Sam Bankman-Fried's parents are seeking a presidential pardon from their son, from Trump. Now, SBF was sentenced to 25 years in prison over his scandals and his embezzlements and misuse of all the customer funds. And now it seems the parents are looking possibly seek a pardon for him. An article goes on to say, according to a Bloomberg report citing anonymous sources, SBF's parents have already met with lawyers and other figures close to the Trump administration to determine whether clemency is even possible. I personally hope, and I have a lot of doubts, that he will get a pardon. He has simply ruined too many people's lives with his scandals that he pulled in FTX while he was there. This is a little bit different story. I know they pardoned the guy from the Silk Road. I can't remember his name now. Um, but the Silk Road guy, he did get a pardon, but it was not for anything to do with ripping their customers off like what Sam did here. So anyway, like I said, I hope he doesn't get it, and I doubt he will. Like I said, he cost way too many people too much money and investors. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Feel free to drop your comments in the box below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay, now let's move on to Europe. Kraken has announced it will delist USDT and other stablecoins by March 31st of this year to comply with MiCA regulations. Crypto.com and Coinbase are also following suit, signaling a major shift in stablecoin policies across the uh, EU. The delisting is going to happen in stages with complete removal set for March 31st. So it's not going to be just USDT. They are also going to be delisting other stable coins, PayPal USD, Euro Tether, True USD, and Terra Classic USD. will also all be delisted. And it won't all be at one time. There is a stepping down procedure, I guess, as they delist it. Let's take a look down here. It's going to explain a little bit more on this. I'll go over this, what's going to happen next, and the dates. Obviously, February 13th, they will set margin pairs involving these assets to reduce only for EEA clients, after which it will only be possible to reduce or fully close out those existing margin positions. Then when we got 2 weeks later, looks like on the 27th, the spot trading will be set to sell only. So you will no longer be able to buy. It will be sell only for these assets for EEA clients. And they will no longer be able to generate new deposit addresses for these assets. And then we go out to the next step would be March 17th. It's showing any outstanding margin positions involving these assets are going to be automatically closed for you, whether you do it or not. And 1 week after that, they're saying they will halt all spot trading for these assets for EEA clients. Open orders are going to be closed, and you will no longer be able to exchange these assets for other crypto or fiat currencies. So that's just a little bit on here that Kraken is going to start delisting this stuff. So hopefully, if you got pairs in there or you got crypto in there and stuff like this, the USDT, any of these coins, you need to go ahead and get them out of there before all this takes effect. Now, let's just go ahead and we'll take a look at the market today. Jerome Powell did speak today, and when the markets opened, they tanked. They tanked pretty hard. Everything was down, Bitcoin, stocks, pretty much everything. Later, I had noticed that the markets had trended up. Let's see what we're looking at right now. Let's see. Current total market cap is sitting at 3.32 trillion. Bitcoin dominance still at 58%. ETH dominance at 9.68. ETH is getting a little weak. I'm a firm believer Solana is going to end up flipping ETH. Solana is just too hot right now. Just a better, all around better chain. Everything is being built on the Solana network. So we got Bitcoin here. It's sitting at 97,680. And I believe market open this morning we were sitting down around 90. I think we were sitting around 94,000, 95,000. So we've climbed back a little bit, as you can tell. Not much, but we did come back. Ethereum, we're currently sitting at $2,734. And it's still down 3.7% over the last 7 days on Ethereum. XRP, this one, it kind of came back as well. This one was sitting down in the 220s, if I'm not mistaken, earlier when the markets were all red this morning. It's currently back up to 247. It looks like most of these are starting, working their way back up. Wall Street always panics. They started dumping right at market open. They overreact. It's a common occurrence. And you can see now the prices started rebounding. Solana is still down from like a week ago, though. I remember covering Solana and it was sitting around that $227 mark roughly. And we're only at 196. But I'm very bullish on Solana, so this is not something I'm really concerned about if you're a long term holder. which that is what I am. Dogecoin, actually, Doge is starting to work its way back up here. I see we're at 26 cents right now. It's still down from a few weeks ago when it was sitting up in the 32 to 34 cent range. But it looks like in the last 24 hours, it's starting to move back up now. The altcoins didn't seem to take as hard of a hit as Bitcoin did this morning when the sell off started right at market bell open. So, well, what do we got Cardano here? We got Cardano back to 79 cents. This is another one I'm pretty bullish on this. I think there's a lot of big things coming with this. They are working with Musk and the Doge Department of Government efficiency. There's stuff going on there behind the scenes. So I've always been a big Cardano person anyway. I like them. They do move slow and they're awful boring. They don't seem like they ever move. But when they do, they take off. It's a good project, in my opinion, to hold. Not financial advice, just my opinions. We got Lido, we got Tron. Actually, look at that. Lido is back up over 5% in the last 24 hours, so that's a good sign for them. Chainlink, this one is still down from last week, and we're still down almost 4% on that. Chainlink is currently at $19.15. Um, it's a strong project, though. And let's see here. What do we got? Avalanche. Avalanche. This is still down. I don't know. It's a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Avalanche was running around, what, $32, $34, somewhere in that range. So we still have not gotten back up to that level right now. But Avalanche, it's a it's a it's a good project as well. What else did I got here? Litecoin. There's a lot of news on Litecoin. I'm curious to see. It's up almost 14% in the last 7 days. But this is another one that is in the running for a Litecoin ETF. And there's a lot of news out there and a lot of speculation that that will be the first one to come out ahead of Dogecoin or even Solana. So I'm not a huge Litecoin fan. I was in Litecoin years ago when I first got into crypto. Um, but it's just not my thing. I'm not very bullish on them, but a lot of people love it, and that's good. If you like it, that's good. You're up 13.8% in the last 8 days. Alrighty, that's all I'm going to go over today with you on the markets. I just wanted to give you a brief description, what was happening with the markets, give you an idea. So that's all I got. Please help the channel by hitting that like button and subscribe. I want to thank you all and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay ahead of the game.